الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على خير الأنبياء والمرسلين وحبيبي إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. Distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning. Ramadan Kareem and welcome to Morning Barakah Suhoor Special, exclusively live on Imam Hussein TV 3. I'm your host, Ali Fadil, and from me and everyone here at Imam Hussein TV studios, we wish you all a happy and blessed Ramadan Kareem to you and your family and friends, wherever you are in the world. If you are in the UK, it's 2:35 here in the morning. If you're awake, then you probably don't have anything to do tomorrow, and therefore you're waiting for Fajr, and then you're going to have suhoor and then sleep. If you're in America and the Americas side, North America, then I believe it's around 9ish, depending on where you are. You might be listening to a lecture right now, but if you're watching this, you're not listening to a lecture. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, Morning Barakah Suhoor Special is aimed at giving you, the viewer, the opportunity to sit and reflect upon the last hours of the time available for you to replenish and eat a final meal before starting a new day of fasting. Thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the opportunity. In our last episode of Suhoor Special, we had Sheikh Ibrahim Ansari on the couch speaking about the link between Imam al-Mahdi Ajjallahu ta'ala Farajah Sharif and Ramadan. We managed to leave that session with a few words of wisdom from Sheikh Ibrahim. However, today, let me tell you who's on. Imam Hussein charity representative, Imam Hussein TV presenter and lovable character Sayyid Mohsen Shah is with me as we discuss charity, giving back, working in Ramadan and much more. And although we didn't get to it in the last episode, I'm hoping that Quran Highlights does make its debut on Morning Barakah as I delve into famous verses within the juz' of the day, starting with juz' 1. And we end our show with Dua Baha, recited by the late Hajj Abbas Salihi, a personal favorite of mine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we line up for today's Morning Barakah Suhoor Special. The channel's dear friend Mohsen will be with me. Then hopefully I'll give my own insight into the first juz of the Holy Quran, ending with Dua Baha. Welcome to the show. We're a couple of days into the holy month of Ramadan, and I can tell you that the channel has or are currently in kind of full steam ahead on some fantastic shows, ranging from Dr. Sayyid Ammar's critique of historical literature in relation to Shia Sunni discussions, Ahkam SOS Ramadan special, the awaited, a full 12 episodes dedicated to the life and legacy of Imam al-Mahdi Ajjallahu ta'ala Farajah Sharif. You have 7 Steps to Heaven, a fun and interactive quiz, live lectures from all around the world throughout the day. We have the Grave Show, a really, really good insight into people's personal perspectives of how they interact with death and the notion of death. We have documentaries. Her Thoughts is on as well, Imam Hussein TV, where our sisters have their say on relatable topics. And of course, we have Morning Barakah. Now, this all means that every single person working within the channel is literally doing everything they can to make sure you, the viewers, are getting enough enriching content to connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala this holy Ramadan. One of those members working around the clock is Sayyid Mohsen Shah, typically known for his role in filtering through your questions on Ahkam SOS, as well as his charitable acts and service working with Imam Hussein Charity. Sayyid Mohsen, sitting on the couch. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the show.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
You have a fantastic smile, as always.
Yeah, I like the introduction.
Yeah?
Did you come up with it yourself?
Yes, I did.
MashaAllah.
Every single word was all mine.
Fantastic.
No ChatGPT has been used, ladies and gentlemen, in any of the introductions I should mention. So, Mohsen, firstly, how are you doing? You okay?
Alhamdulillah.
Getting here was all right.
Yeah,
What do you think of the set?
The road, don't live far. It's very, very nice. I'd like to thank those who own the set for allowing us to be here and film here. And they've done a fantastic job. Yeah. They could have lit a fire. That would have been nice because we were outside.
Nice. No, the issue with the fire is you need to get an electrical fire. Otherwise, because if you're going to have faham, and charcoal,
I
then
get
it's
it,
going
I
to be
get
smoke, and everyone's going to make a stink of
Indeed.
smoke, and then it
Health
gets a
and
bit
safety.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, health and safety is fine, but it's
Yeah.
just the smell. That's the only problem. I mean, if we were outside, we probably would have done that.
Yeah.
But because we're kind of still...
But it's really nice.
Really nice, yeah?
Very nice.
Okay, cool.
Theme.
So with every single guest, I have my famous Shah.
Pot of tea.
Can you see that? It says Shah.
Shah.
Which is tea.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have today, you are going to be treated
Oh, am I?
with some baklawa,
Oh.
some cakes with nuts on
Lovely.
them.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what this is called. I don't know what that's called. Well, we'll show it later.
You get that on Mashaya a lot.
Yes, you do get that
Yeah.
Shah. I'm not, and some more baklawa. So,
Thank
look,
you.
first and foremost, I wanted to kind of get your view
Okay.
on the programming of the channel
Yeah.
in Ramadan.
Okay.
Firstly, how much does it differ from kind of other seasons to this particular season? Whilst I pour you tea.
That's all right, man.
I'm going to pour you tea anyway.
I don't drink tea.
You don't drink tea?
I'm not a tea. You know what? Because you are, just half a cup will do.
All right,
Thank you very much.
No worries.
The channel, I think our main busy seasons are Ramadan, Muharram, Arba'in.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Everyone's working, everyone is doing their best. Obviously, we've been preparing beforehand. So all the shows that are coming on right now have been prepared about 3 months ago. That's when we started.
Sugar?
No, thank you. Oh, that's good stuff. What is that?
This is
that
sugar
brown
cubes.
sugar?
We've got brown sugar cubes.
I'll take that one.
Yeah, take that one.
Is that my cup?
Yeah, that one.
Thank you very
It's
much.
right in front of you, so that would be your.
I wasn't sure which one you're going to pour in
Okay,
first.
cool.
But yeah, so a lot goes into production and so
Yeah.
forth. Whether it is documentaries, live shows, series, the Grave Show.
Yes.
I remember they were filming that in December
They were.
because I was in Iraq at the time when they were filming
They filmed
it.
it in
and so
Iraq?
forth. Yeah,
Oh,
that was filmed in
nice.
Iraq. So you know what I mean, like there's a lot going on behind the scenes which
Yeah.
you guys don't see,
Yeah.
and a lot of planning from beforehand
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for these 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on top of that, Sayyid Amar's doing an amazing job, and that takes a lot of research and time.
I was gonna say, like, aside from Ahkam SOS,
Yeah. That's what I
what's
normally do.
your favorite show that's been on so far, and maybe one that you're looking forward to that hasn't been on yet?
Yeah, I think Stranger Things is a really good show and stuff like that. But on Imam Hussein
Maybe I should have
TV,
put a context to it. What's your favorite show on the channel of Imam Hussein TV 3? But yeah, Stranger Things. There's no season. There's no new season. Of Stranger Things. Are you binging on Stranger Things now?
No, I just watched another one. I'm not going to mention any more names now.
Okay, cool.
The Gentleman, Guy Ritchie. You watched it?
That's brilliant.
Have you watched it?
I binged 3 episodes.
Very
last night.
good.
I shouldn't have. But
I finished the season.
Have you finished it?
Yeah, I did it in about
it's really
two
good.
days. Really good.
It's
excellent.
fantastic,
10,
isn't it? Yeah.
10,
Okay,
10.
cool. We'll talk
Well,
about that.
on-
Anyway, Imam Hussein TV. Right,
Yeah.
cool. Ramadan.
So
Yes.
Imam Hussein TV, during Ramadan time, my favorite show that I like to watch, believe it or not, is actually Sayyid Amar's live lectures. I think very, very academic. Give it this time, he is phenomenal.
Why?
No prisoners. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
he's not holding back
very,
this time,
not
is he?
holding back. Very cutthroat.
Yeah.
He's just going straight in.
But there's a
This
reason why.
Obviously, you know what I mean? Because let's be fair, let's be frank. Here in the West, especially when we live in London, the Sunni Shia dialogue, and I actually don't want to say Sunni Shia dialogue because it's
Yeah.
never been Sunni Shia dialogue. It's always been Shia Wahhabi dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah, most Sunnis we don't have an issue with. They don't even actually issue with us.
Yeah.
It's mainly the Wahhabis that have an issue with us and so forth. So most Shia and Wahhabi dialogue, whether it's from college, university, speaker's corner,
Okay.
no one has really addressed it like this
Yeah.
in English.
Yeah.
And for the first time, it's like, do you know what? I've had enough. And you can see with Sayyid Amar as well,
Yeah.
people might have been calling him out to challenge him for discussions or debates and so
Yeah.
forth. And he's probably thinking, do you know what? I've had enough of all of you.
Yeah.
Because let's be fair, he's an academic, he's a doctor. A lot of these people are not even qualified to debate or discuss with him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to
feel
roll my
like-
sleeves up. I want to show you guys what I'm about.
So that's the thing.
I'll
yeah.
show you,
Yeah,
I'm the black belt, and I'll show you what I know.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time when it comes to lectures, people are like, oh yeah, well, we can't trust what he's saying. What are the sources?
Yeah.
What are the sources? What are the sources? Now he's like, actually, since
There you
you
go.
are questioning,
Yeah.
these are the exact same sources.
Exactly.
Which is quite great to see. Any other show that comes to mind?
Morning Barakah.
Morning Barakah.
It's my favourite show.
It's only been 2 episodes, and that's because you're in one of them.
Yeah, well, one of them. I don't remember before when you were with Zara Kazemi, Sister Zara.
Oh,
Do you remember back then, Morning
yeah,
Barakah?
That was quite a
That was
while
about,
ago.
2-3 years ago?
No,
More.
maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years
Yeah,
ago. I was on
yeah,
that as well,
yeah.
doing the Ahkam section.
Oh, you were on it,
Remember
weren't you?
the question and answers I used to do?
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, okay, since you mentioned Ahkam, tell us about kind of Ahkam SOS and
Ahkam SOS.
what's it like kind of presenting every day now? Is it every day that you have? Literally Monday to Sunday?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's amazing. I'm not going to lie to you.
You like it?
Ahkam SOS.
We can't really say anything bad about it.
Well, what can you say? I mean, at the end of the day, you could turn around and say, well, it's boring. Well, not really, because
I meant how tiring it is.
Nah, I'm
Sorry,
only
do you mind if I...
no, go ahead. It's you got to fast, innit? You got to keep up the minerals and vitamins, even though that's a carb.
This is not minerals and vitamins, by the way. This is a baklava. Fair go.
But no, with Ahkam SOS Ramadan edition, Ramadan it was a good.
It's a really good one.
MashaAllah. During Ramadan, we have a lot of viewership. You know, people are fasting, people are diverting their attention more towards the deen, taking advantage of the the barakah and the blessings that we have during this month. So they want to learn a bit more. And people have so many questions in regards to, can I fast? What if I'm traveling? Or what if I accidentally ate something? I'm not feeling well. What moon sighting? One mudra says this, one mudra says that. Do I have to fast or not? There's so many ahkam that people have, so many questions that we've decided every day we're going to open up the phone lines, whether it's WhatsApp, social media, Facebook Live, YouTube, or people want to call in. Go ahead, and we're here to answer your questions on the spot.
In the last 2 days, what's been the best question that you've had so far?
Oh, there's some good ones today as well. I cannot remember them though. There was one question I was reading. I was like, wow, this is a very good question.
Was it like a tricky scenario?
Yeah, it's always the tricky scenarios. What about this? What about that? Something like, here was a good one. I live in London. I've moved to Liverpool. I'm going back to London. Do I fast? Do I not fast? I've moved my home, but I'm originally from London, and I'm going to go stay at my mum and dad's house where I used to live. Do I still consider that my home or not? Do I still have to fast?
That is a very tricky situation.
Yeah, and then there was another one saying, oh, I'm traveling to help my sister move house. Do I have to break my fast or not? And it's like, well, it depends what time you leave the house and what time you arrive. And there's a lot of...
so most of the questions that come in are all kind of Ramadan related?
Yeah, we had a couple that are not Ramadan related, which we're always open to. We have a lot of Aqaid questions as well, and historical questions, which, mashallah, the Sheikh Ali is amazing. People don't understand his his caliber. He's done, I think, 4 years in Sayyidah Zainabiyya Hawza, and he hasn't stopped studying. So he's got at least full time. You could say he's got four years with him. Yeah. But with part time, his background studies and so forth, an extra 10 years. Wow. Which you can cut into 3. Yeah. So 10 years of on and off part time is probably 3-4 years full time. Yeah. So all in all, he's got like 8 years worth of studying. He knows a very wide range, and a lot of people don't see this, but I do. Off the top of the head, off the top of the cuff, he remembers verses, he remembers references, and he's never scared to answer the difficult questions.
Does he know some of the questions that are going to come up beforehand?
No, only. So I'm going to give some of the secrets away here, but I don't mind. There are times when we don't have questions coming in. Okay. So no one's putting questions yet, or we're waiting for them to come, because when they come 5-6 at a time. They don't come one by one. For those periods where it's a bit quiet, Sheikh Ali has a couple of questions ready, prepared, which I ask him. And they can be Ramadan related or related to a topic that he's been discussing and stuff like that.
Otherwise, most of them are quite random.
Otherwise, today there was no questions from Sheikh Ali. Wow. It was all from the audience. And normally during Ramadan, it's like that. We're very busy during Ramadan. The fact that we're on every day, and now, alhamdulillah, thanks to the big boss, Haji Qasim, want to shout out Haji Qasim, make sure he's okay. And inshallah, his fast and du'as are accepted in this month. He's put us on prime time. We're on at 8:30 to 9:30. Yeah.
That's after Fatur as well.
Yeah, so Sayyid Ammar is on 7:30 and we're straight on after. Yeah, 8:30. So we're on prime time now. Rather before we'd be on maybe an hour before Fatur. Or like that, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6, like that. Nice. But he's put us on prime time.
So let's talk about, I guess the whole point of today's show is to talk about giving back. And so part of your role, part of your work is with Imam Hussein Charity. How long have you been with them? Been a few years.
It's been 2019.
2019?
Yeah, December, January. So January 2020, December 2019, November 2019, is when I started with them. Back then, a certain sheikh, I'm not going to mention his name, talks like this. Khoja.
Okay, got him. We're not going to mention his name just in case it becomes. Okay.
But he was part of the channel back then, and he was
Okay.
really helping direct the charity in the
Really?
right direction, and he hired me to help out.
Fantastic.
And then I was there full time helping. So
Full time?
I was doing Ahkam, the show, but I wasn't producing anything for Imam Hussein TV. But I was doing full time working for the charity and helping them grow.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, so tell us, I guess, about your current role now with the Imam Hussein charity. What do you do?
Right now with Imam Hussein charity, I'm more of a, you could say, like an ambassador for the charity,
Okay.
or the face. They asked me to participate in live fundraising.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I need to go and do public speaking on behalf of the charity.
Yeah.
And they do send me to Iraq quite often.
Yes.
To visit some of the projects that we're doing. I have asked if they will send me to Pakistan, considering I come from there.
Yeah.
Because we do water wells, isn't it?
Yeah, you do.
We build water wells,
Yeah,
so it would be really nice if they sent me, and I would have gone and seen the
would've gone
water
straight
well
home.
projects. And the projects are done about it's probably a day or 2 day drive from where I live.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the north. I'm near the mountains and stuff.
Okay.
And the projects are done in the south.
Right.
Pakistan's very big.
It is very
It's
big,
massive.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah,
take you about driving non-stop will take you 2 days to get to the south.
2 days.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, driving from Southampton to Edinburgh,
Yeah.
that'll take a day.
That's how long is that then?
It's about 12, 13 hours.
13 hours.
Maybe, yeah.
So
To
you're
get from
looking.
Southampton all the way to
So
Edinburgh,
from
maybe?
where I live to get to a city like
Oh, so we're talking
Karachi,
24 hours. maybe
nah,
more,
48
hours.
to 72
Okay.
hours non-stop.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you know what I mean.
All right, no, that
It's-
makes sense.
it's-
yeah,
it's
that makes
difficult.
sense. So you were there in December. I've seen some footage of
Yeah.
you in an orphanage. How was that? What
It's always
festival
nice
were you there
going
for?
to the orphanage. The orphanage was a Make the World Come True project, I think
Okay.
it is. And I did that the previous year. So I came to the orphanage with new toys and so forth to give gifts to the children. And some of them remembered me from last year.
Nice,
So they were like, "Oh yeah, we remember you. You came and you gave a present. Have you got presents for us again?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
don't worry.
Did you meet Amir and Hussein
Yeah,
this year?
yeah. I
You
did.
met them again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
How
met
was it
them
like from
again.
last year to this year? Because I met them personally for the first time this year.
MashaAllah. I mean, they grow up so fast and so
do,
much,
man,
you
yeah.
know. And what we
Amir, all of a sudden, 1 year. He grew
yeah,
up.
1 year, and it looks like they've grown like 2-3 years, you
Yeah.
know. And the other thing is, what touches the heart is that you think they would have forgotten you.
Okay.
We only met for an hour
Yeah.
or two,
Yeah.
but no,
You
they
came,
remember.
did
yeah,
an interview and kind of left, didn't you?
yeah, but they remember, and they're like, yeah, we remember you, and we had a really good time. And you came and you know, you did this and you did that, and you brought us presents, and you did, you know, you spent time with us, and
Yeah.
you asked about this and you asked about that, and you know, our situation has improved this much, or,
Okay.
you know, and so forth. So it's really nice that, for me, I gave up 1 hour of my time, 2 hours of my time
Yeah.
to give to a bit of compassion, empathy to these orphans. But for them, it's
felt like a
imprinted and stayed with
lifetime.
them for you know,
Yeah.
for the whole year. And
Yeah.
you know, inshallah.
I mean,
more
when
bigger things to
when
come
I
for
met
them.
when I met Amir, I said to him, you know, the first thing I said to him, "Oh, do you remember Mohsen?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Mohsen?" I'm like, "Do you remember Mohsen?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I remember. أنا أتذكر yeah, he bought me gifts and yeah. قلت له Mohsen's a close friend of mine, and he, you know, he had a difficult. I know you had a difficult time last year when you were just, you know, talking about what happened to your mother. But you know, how are things now? He goes, yeah, things are slightly better. I actually did a full-on documentary
Yeah.
with Imam Hussein
Nice.
charity for. It's called.
You took them out, didn't you? For like
Yeah, so
haircuts and food and stuff.
No,
like
so I took him out. For, the whole idea of the documentary is to a day in the life of an orphan.
Okay.
So I wanted to kind of live their life and see what it was
Wow,
like.
wow.
So he described to me exactly, like minute by minute, hour by hour, what he does in the day. And then we flipped the script, and I said, okay, come with me. So I took him out into like a day in the life of a zair.
Okay.
So what a typical zair would do.
Yeah.
Me coming from Karbala, I would obviously go to ziyarah. I've got family members. I'd eat in restaurants. These
Yeah.
are the kind of typical things. So
Yeah.
but the difference, I mean, not the difference, but it was very eye-opening because Hussein, for example, you know, I say between me and you, but like his eating etiquette, you knew that this guy hasn't, you know, the kid is not really accustomed to eating this type of food.
Yeah.
And it was just a simple shawarma.
Yeah. Wow.
It was just a simple shawarma.
And that costs how much? 500, 1,000, 1,500?
Nothing. Close to nothing, right?
Yeah.
But he was like, just the excitement on their faces to go like, oh, can I have Kentucky? Or can I have this one?
Yeah,
can I have pizza? Or can I have this, that?
yeah.
But Amir, the one thing that struck me was that he was still very, not reserved, but he was still very together. He didn't really...
Composed or...?
Very composed, that's the word.
Okay.
Very good word. He was very composed. He's like, I asked him, what do you want to... He goes, whatever you want to eat, it's fine. Yeah, I'll have this one, or I'll have a pizza, for example. He wasn't like, Hussein was like, no, can I have this, can I have that, can I have that? He's just a kid.
Yeah.
But Amir was much more like... Mature, composed. And even then, what struck me was that their mother, their late mother, God bless her soul, she taught them a lot about the principles of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. So always towards the end of it, he was always like, look, whatever happens, I'm thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We've always got the Ahlul Bayt, and I'm going to stick to them. And the other thing that really struck me was that the only thing that was keeping him going was his studies. But Sayyid, I don't want to reveal too much because the documentary is going to be out, but the thing is, he only relies on donations to either eat or keep his studies up, or buy supplies. Nothing is generated from their own.
If I remember, their father's quite elderly.
He's quite elderly and he's ill as well.
Yeah,
he's ill, so he couldn't really do anything.
So they are fully crowd-funded, you could say.
100%.
They solely rely on donations.
On that note, Sayyid, we're going to talk a bit more about the charity after the break, but we'll also get your perspectives on, I guess, the channel as a whole and the charity, how we can progress it for the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers at home, if you've just joined us, I have Sayyid Mohsen Shah next to me, a lovable character for the channel. We're discussing essentially the content that Imam Hussein TV has been delivering for you and will deliver in the near future, but we're also focusing on giving back. And Sayyid Mohsen Shah, we're talking about his lifestyle and how he gives back to charity, but also gives back his time towards the channel. So we'll discuss a bit more about that after the break, inshallah. So don't go anywhere.
They ask, why has no other sign been sent down to him from his Lord? Say, O Prophet, the knowledge of the unseen is with Allah alone. So wait, I too am waiting with you. The awaited, in the shadows of chaos, a beacon of light. With faith as his armor and justice as his sword, he leads the righteous. In a world of darkness, he shines as the guiding light of truth. With every step, a new era of justice and righteousness. Join me as we uncover untold truths about the life and legacy of Imam al-Mahdi al-Muntadhar, exclusively on Imam Hussein TV. The awaited.
Welcome back, dear viewers of Imam Hussein TV. It has just reached 3 a.m. or it's going to hit 3 a.m. in about 15 seconds here in the UK. You've heard that right, brothers and sisters, 3 a.m. because the channel does not sleep. If it does, actually it does during the afternoon when they're fasting.
But they're not asleep.
But yeah, look, in essence, the channel is open and it's live. We're bringing you some fantastic content here in the UK at 3 a.m. Wherever you are in the world, it could be 9 p.m. You've just finished your iftar in America or in Australia, probably midway through the afternoon.
Yeah.
In any case, hope you're enjoying the show. We're talking about charity, we're talking about giving back, we're also talking about the channel itself and the fantastic content that it has for this month of Ramadan. Sayyidina, if you are, again, for the viewers, if you just joined us, we're welcomed by fan favourites, channel favourites, Sayyid Mohsen Shah, who's with us. Give us a nice wave, that's nice. Do you want to wave again to this camera? I like that. Yeah, just wave. Can we get the camera to get his wave? I really like that. Camera.
Mixer, there you are.
There we go. Wave. Hello. Right. So Sayyid Mohsen, we talked a lot about, I guess, some of your charitable acts and working with the charity. I wanted to ask you, in terms of, you've been in the channel for quite a while.
One of the seniors, actually.
You were one of the OGs, weren't you?
Yeah.
The originals.
Me and Sayyid Murtada were the first two hired in London for the London channel. Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of progress, a lot of change at the channel. What do you think? What do you think it needs in terms of going kind of to the next level? What do you see this next level as?
It's the way I see things going, and where I would like to see the channel go, and where the directors see it going, where they want the channel to go, are two separate things. We're from the West. We would like the channel to start producing things for, I don't know what they call it, but like your Amazon Prime, your Netflix, and so forth, on-demand content.
Okay.
Even if it's like on YouTube Premium or something like that. I think that's the future. Whereas the directors see it a little different, where they need to get the channel to be in as many homes and as many TV screens as possible, so that people can benefit from the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt. So I'm not saying that they're wrong or I'm wrong and I'm right. It's nothing like that. It's just purpose and direction, and what is the best, path going forward, really.
Yeah. I think that's I was actually looking at Netflix yesterday when I was binging on Gentlemen. Anyway, side note. And I was like, it would be fantastic if Imam Hussein TV had an app like that, like Netflix. That's on-demand TV, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Does it have something like that now?
I think the closest thing we have probably is on YouTube. They have categorized some of the production that we have.
No, I'm talking about like, you put the TV on. Sometimes even your remote has Netflix on it or Amazon Prime on it.
You click it and you go.
You click it, go straight into an app. Where in that app it says, for example, live now. Or
I'm sure. The boss won't be mind telling you guys. You can download the Imam Hussein TV app on Samsung television. So TVs that run the Android, user interface, especially Samsung, you can download the Imam Hussein TV app.
Okay.
So you click on the, so it comes up like, when you put on your telly and you go interactive. Yeah. Not interactive, but you go to like your homepage, and then you've got the BBC iPlayer and all those different icons. Got one. Imam Hussein Charity has one for the Android.
Charity or Hussein?
Sorry, Imam Hussein TV has one for the Android. So on that you click it, and then I think all the channels come up. So I'm saying TV, Farsi, Arabic, Turkish, Urdu, English, Shia waves, and then from there you can go and watch live. I'm not sure if they've allowed you to have your favorite programs on yet. Maybe that's a conversation we can have with the boss later on.
But that app will only take you to the live.
As far as
it won't take you to ready-made programs that has been
don't think so, not
to
yet.
That or packaged and put it on.
I hope it's
so
in
you
the
can
progress.
start clicking.
I hope it's in the works.
That'll be
that's how it should be. But furthermore, I'm sure you've seen loads of documentaries for the Western audience on Islam, whether it's Hajj pilgrimage, or whether it's to do with someone's story, Guantanamo Bay, whatever. We have access. We have the best access to the shrines, to the scholars, to the libraries, there's so many massive productions that have been done in Imam Hussein TV and outside in other TV channels as well, in the Shia community, to do with reverts from prison, to do with other reverts, to do with historical Islamic history and so forth. There's so many good documentaries out there, and it's like, why do we need Orientalists to come up with these documentaries when this is our backyard? We should be at the forefront of this. Yeah. And I think I would like to see, for the Shia community, our filmmakers and scriptwriters and so forth stepping forward and saying, listen, don't get Tom, Dick and Harry to do it.
Do it ourselves, innit, right?
Get Ali Hussein and Hassan to do it.
Yeah. Look, on that note, and lastly, I guess because of time, from a more personal perspective, when Ramadan does come around, a lot of people continue their lifestyle, but obviously just fast. Then they have to go through their daily struggles in terms of lethargy, being lazy, low energy. How do you personally change your lifestyle when it comes to Ramadan?
First thing is, I can't eat what I want. Because I know it's either going to make me thirsty or lethargic throughout the day.
So you watch what you eat then?
Yeah, I have to. Otherwise, let's be real, who wants to struggle during the day? Do you want to feel thirsty throughout the whole of the day? Do you want to feel tired? Do you want to,
But aren't you going to be thirsty and hungry anyway, regardless of what you eat?
depends. We're really blessed to be here in the UK. The weather's really cool.
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
You don't really feel the thirst.
No, you don't,
know,
yeah.
we've just come from June, July, August, right? Where it was 19, 20 hours. That was the killer in the heat.
Yeah, that was
now it's a
actually
lot more
on that note,
easy.
when it comes to thirst, like countries like Tanzania,
Yeah.
who I was just at a couple of weeks ago, the humidity
Oh.
means the moment you step outside, you are sweating.
Nice.
And obviously, when you're sweating, you're releasing
Water.
liquid from the body
Yeah.
naturally, and then you need
Losing
to
water.
replenish that. You're
Yes.
losing water, so you get a lot more thirsty.
Thirstier, yeah.
So there, I can understand what you're saying, like
Yeah.
in terms of the thirst. But here in the UK,
I don't
alhamdulillah,
think you feel
and
the
I think we're
thirst
entering
there.
into the winter months now when it comes to
Yeah.
Ramadan, which is fantastic because that
It's
means
nice and short.
it gets shorter and
It
shorter
is
and shorter.
and easier to do, yeah.
And we won't have this discussion around 7 p.m., 6 p.m., not for another 30 years, I think they called it. So, okay, so you watch what you eat.
So I watch what I eat. I try and keep it. I try and stay as hydrated as possible. So from iftar to suhoor, I'm trying to drink as much water as I can, and yeah, trying to get your greens in, get wholesome foods.
Yeah.
So eggs, chicken breast, fruit and veg. Try and get your essential fats, avocados,
Okay.
oil, oils,
Do you care about all this stuff?
cream. I do.
Do you actually?
I do because it makes me feel better,
Okay.
and I feel more energized, and I feel more like
Okay.
I'm in control, and
Yeah.
I'm giving my optimum.
Yeah.
So when I'm working and so forth, I can give my full potential.
Okay. Even though you're fasting.
Even
but
though
you
I'm
still,
fasting.
you've still got that
You will
good
do you wanna
minerals stored that it can slowly
Yeah,
release during the day.
reality is this: look, do you want to be minus 10% or minus 50% in
Okay.
your daily activities?
Yeah.
I'd rather be minus 10,
And
minus
so
20
eating
than
these
minus
foods
50.
actually make a difference.
100%. Try it.
Really?
Try it.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I do, genuinely, because I every single year I suffer from the same thing. I don't know if the viewers at home have
What's
this
that?
same issue, and it's that
Is it hunger or thirst?
it's not the hunger and it's not the thirst. It's just the low energy, where I'm just
you're not
not
getting enough
bothered
fruit and
to
veg
do
in.
things.
You're not getting enough fruit and veg.
Sorry, director, just not bothered to do them. Right, there's tasks, and I'm like,
No,
oh,
you
do
will
know
be.
what?
No, because you're not eating frequently, and the food that you've eaten has been broken down, the energy's been
Yeah.
used and so forth.
Yeah,
And now you've got a long period, your body's like, look, I need some fuel. You're not giving it fuel.
yeah,
So obviously it's going to be like, oh man, I've got nothing to work with.
yeah.
So yeah, you are going to feel like that. But what you really need to do is to stay full and stuff. They say have like high proteins.
Yeah.
Obviously your water to stay hydrated. But for energy, the best source of energy is fruit and veg. Has the highest amount of energy. It won't fill you up.
No.
But it will give you energy. Your brain will be sharp. Like, you'll be good.
And spiritually, lastly,
Spiritually, so what was the question in regards to
question is basically, how do you change your lifestyle?
I like to because remember Ramadan, there's a big focus on Quran,
Yeah.
and every Ramadan I like to try and pick up some surahs that I have no affiliation towards
Okay.
or no recollection of.
Okay.
Or I don't know when they were revealed, who were they revealed about, what is the surah discussing, what ayahs I can take, are there any Sharia laws from this surah or not? And it's always nice. And I'm not saying you have to do the whole Quran, but 3 or 4 surahs, in-depth research, in-depth understanding of what this surah is, where it came from, who's it addressing, what we can learn from them, are the Ahlul Bayt mentioned in them or not,
Right.
things like that. It's really
I think you might like the next segment
Inshallah.
on Morning Barakah because it's something around,
Quran.
kind of around that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. But look, ladies and gentlemen, and on behalf of Morning Barakah, we want to thank Sayyid Mohsen Shah for your time.
It's a pleasure.
It is 3 a.m.
Yes.
We've taken out of the comfort
My
of
carriage is
your
now a
home.
pumpkin.
Your carriage is now a pumpkin. Where are the mice?
That's probably run.
They're
in the garden.
Well, say thank you so much for your time. We
Pleasure's all
really
mine.
appreciate it. So now I tell you what is up next on Morning Barakah. Oh, do I just say it? No? Okay. So up next, I delve into the highlights of the first juz of the Holy Quran. Quran highlights. Up next, stay with us. Welcome back, dear viewers, to Morning Barakah. If you've just joined us, unfortunately, you missed Sayyid Mohsen Shah, a favourite of the channel, presenter on Hakam SOS, but most importantly, he's also a representative and ambassador for Imam Hussein Charity. We talked about giving back, we talked about his role within the channel, we talked about how we can progress as a Shia channel, Shia media channel, living here in the West. Now, moving forward, I wanted to dedicate a whole specific segment to what I call Quran highlights, reflecting on the Quran. Now, the Suhoor special on Morning Barakah, I'm dedicating a portion of each episode to reflect on the Quran. Disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, this is obviously not my own interpretation of the verses of Allah, because let's face it, I'm in no position to do so. However, there is a particular verse in the Quran which states, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنِ. Then do they not ponder in the Quran? That's in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 82. And actually the word يَتَدَبَّرُونَ, to ponder, is seen in many verses of the Quran. Anyway, the point being is that Ramadan is a perfect month to ponder and think about the verses of the Quran. Of course, under the framework of commentary from trusted sources. So in each episode, depending on what day of Ramadan it is, I've taken it upon myself to ponder on some of the verses that appear in the Quran. That when we are reciting them, we think, oh yeah, I remember this verse. It was mentioned in so-and-so lecture. Essentially, famous verses that we recognize, but we don't really know much about. With tomorrow, or as in the first of Ramadan being already done, I went and read a few pages of the first juz'. Now, juz' basically means parts, and as we know, the Quran is split into 30 ajza, parts, and interestingly, Ramadan is 30 days. So yes, completing the Quran in 30 days by reading one juz' makes it easier for us. Anyhow, the first of Ramadan was 2 days ago. I read the first few pages and lo and behold, I found the following verse. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون. In Surah Baqarah, verse 30, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, when your Lord said to the angels, I am appointing on the earth a deputy, they said, will you place therein one who will make mischief therein and shed blood, while we celebrate your praise and extol your holiness? He said, surely I know what you know not. Then I thought, how fitting. The first few pages of the Holy Book speaks about the first creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the first day of Ramadan. But then I did a bit more research, and actually there's a lot more meaning to this verse than meets the eye. The commentators state that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was pleased to create a being above all the creatures of the universe, the best creation, appropriate for being a divine vicegerent, Allah's deputy on earth. And further, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam in a tradition has referred to the same meaning and said that the angels, after recognizing the position of Adam alayhi salam, realized that he and his children deserve to be the deputies of Allah on the earth and serve as his guidance among peoples. Another point to mention in some of the verses after where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the status of Adam, he says, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا, and he taught Adam all of the names. Question arises, what names? Allah's names? We don't know. The commentators say it is certain that its aim is not that of teaching some insignificant words or meaningless names, because this could not be counted an honor for Adam alayhi salam. The aim is teaching the nature of these names and the concepts and the things that they refer to. Of course, this acknowledgement of the nature and the facts of the world of creation and the secrets of the world of being with its different properties in different creatures was a great honor for Adam alayhi salam. There are many, many verses in the Holy Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about Adam, especially giving you a detailed account of how Adam was created, what happened straight after that. But essentially, the whole aim of this session is to highlight some verses that I found particularly interesting, and inshallah we'll go into many more ajza in the days to come. Now, before we go to the dua, I should mention that This special set has been provided generously by Ocean Link Construct. Everything that you see has been designed and built by this local company who operate within the Greater London area. They have 35 years plus experience in design and planning, application, construction, extension and full renovation. And this beautiful conservatory, which has been changed and converted to an outdoor lounge, is just one of their many wonderful projects. The details should be on your screen in terms of how to contact them, but if not, we'll put it in the comments section so that you can benefit from that. Now lastly, I usually end the program with a specific dua from Dua Sabah. However, throughout this series I want to end with a specific dua of the day of Ramadan. Today being the third day, we've entered the third day. The dua is as follows. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma rzuqni fihi al-dhihna wal-tanbih وباعدني فيه من السفاهة والتموية واجعل لي نصيبا من كل خير تنزل فيه بجودك يا أجود الأجودين. O Allah, on this day grant me wisdom and awareness, keep me away from foolishness and pretension, grant me a share in your blessings you send down by your generosity, O the most generous.